Hello guys, once again welcome back to the channel Rahul Automation Studio. So hey guys, in this video I'm going to explain you about the parameterization of the XPath. So I will be explaining you how you can use the same XPath for multiple web locators, for multiple web elements, right guys? So in my last video I have explained you about the different locators like ID, class, name, and about the parameter dynamic XPaths also. So in this video, I'm going to explain you about the parameterization of XPath. So how you can use the same XPath for the multiple web elements. So let's do it guys. So first of all, we will create a one Java class. So there is a one package that is Selenium underscore practice, and under this we will create a one new Java class. So in this class, we will write it as a, give the name as a parameterized XPath, right guys? And we will include the main method also in this. So just check this box and after that click on a finish. So this is a Maven project guys, and already in the pom.xml file, I have already added the Maven dependency for the Selenium. So this is a Selenium dependency guys. So I have already added the latest version, and automatically once you will click on the save, it will download the jar files in your Maven dependencies folder. So you can see it guys. So I will just zoom it also. So you can see it is having 4.1.3 over the jar files. So it is already downloaded. And once this is download, after that you can directly start working on it and you can start using the Selenium libraries guys. So we have created this class. So this is containing a main method also. So we have already seen in multiple videos that you can set system.set property, and after that you can launch the browser. So I will explain this code also. So in this code, what I'm doing, I'm just setting a property for our Chrome driver.exe file. So this is the property name, and this is the path, absolute path for our Chrome driver.exe file. Suppose guys, if you want to run your test case in different browser like in IE or Edge, so in that case you have to use the iDriver.exe or EdgeDriver.exe file. So in the similar way, you have to use and you have to use and you have to change the name of this property also, like instead of Chrome you have to use IE, like IE, or maybe you have to use Edge if you are running in Edge browser, right? So like this you have to change the property name also. So once you have set the property and where it is stored, so I have stored in our resources folder Chrome driver.exe. So it's a better that you can store all this type of exe under a one folder. So this is your resources, and under here I have added the Chrome driver.exe, iDriver.exe file. So same way you can also store like that, and you can refer in your test cases. So after that, I am creating a object of a Chrome driver class. So basically, WebDriver is an interface and Chrome driver is a class. So we are creating a object of Chrome driver class because we are going to run our test case in a Chrome browser. If you want to run your test case in different browser, so in that case you have to create an object of a different browser driver class. So how you can do it? So like driver equal to new I driver, right? So something like this, and you have to import it from the Selenium, right? So something, I mean, you have to change it. So like age is there, operas uh, is there. Suppose you want to run a test case in Edge browser, so you can simply change it to Edge driver and it will import, right? So in the similar way, you can create for another browsers as well. So now I'm going to run and my test case in a Chrome browser. So I have created a object of a Chrome driver class and I'm storing it in a WebDriver reference object, that is driver. And after that, I'm launching a browser. Driver.get is the method by which you can load and you can do your operations, right guys? So once it will load, I will maximize my browser window also. So driver.manage.windows dot maximize. So this is the method if you want to maximize your browser to the full content, right guys? So once it will load, let's try to run it, and after that I will show you how about the XPath, how you can use the same XPath and how you can make it parameterized so that you can use it for the multiple web elements. So just click on right click and run as a Java application. So once you will configure the test ng in your Maven project, so after that you can run this test case with the annotations of @test also with the help of a test ng, right? But now we have not added, so simply you can run it as a Java application also, not an issue. So guys, you can see browser is launched successfully and it has opened the website that is a phptravels.net. So guys, this is a this is a practice website and you can also do the practice on this website. So I have taken this website so that we can see like a real life example. So whenever you will go in a company and you will get a project of a travel domain project, so definitely you will be getting the project like this only, like Make My Trip or Yatra or many other projects are there for travel. So similar way, you will also get same kind of application and you have to write down your test cases. So that's why I have taken a real life example so that you can get a better clarity in it. So sports guys, so now we will be discussing about the XPath. So what I'm talking about, so first of all, see guys, if you there are multiple menu items that you can see: home, hotel, flight, tour, visa, right? So if you want to click on a flight, definitely what you will do, or suppose you want to click on a tour, what you will do, so what you will do, you will right click on it, definitely, right? And you will inspect this web element and you will try to locate this web element with the help of a XPath or some different locator, right guys? Suppose you want to click on a tours. So let me zoom it so that you can see better, right? So I hope it's clear and it will be visible, right? So what you will do guys, you have to just press the Control F and you will try to locate this web element with the help of a different Selenium locators. So this is having a tool, so you can write down XPath. So how you will write down the XPath for it? This is an anchor tag. So definitely you will start with the anchor tag and you have to always remember guys, you have to write down the dynamic XPath always. So that's why I have started it with the double slash. So double slash is recommended for the relative XPath. So in it, we can use the text method guys, and the text method is equal to the tours, right? So you can see this is the XPath. And always remember guys, whenever you're finding the XPath or the locator for a web element, the count should always be 1 of 1. If there is more than one, in that case, it will not get failed, but it will be always clicking on the first occurrence of that particular matching locator. If you want to click on second one, in that case, it will not click on second one. Always it will click on the first. So it should be the one guys. So this is the XPath that you will be using for tours, right? So let's write down in our test case. So how you will write driver dot find element by dot XPath. So you have to copy the XPath, right? So this is the XPath for the tools. If you want to click on tour and if you want to navigate to the tools home page, right? This is XPath, and what you will do, you will perform the click operations, right? Let's add some thread.slip width. So thread.slip is basically a static width that we are adding in it so that our page gets fully loaded for that, right? And it is throwing an exception, so we will handle it with the throws. Okay, we can also add an exception also, not an issue. Exception is our parent exception, so it will handle all type of exception in your test cases. So after this pause, you are on the tours. Now you want to click on visa. So what you will do, again you will go to this particular web element and you will try to write down the XPath for it, right? Like this. So again you will write this and Yeah, let me copy this. So it is the same line that we are going to execute. So instead of tool, what we are going to write, we are going to write the visa. Right, this is the XPath. Definitely guys, you will write for the visa web element if you want to click on visa. Right, this is a separate XPath. In the similar way, I will click on some any other also. Right, suppose I want to click on the flights now. This flight menu I want to go. So you will copy this flight text. You will check the XPath for it. Yeah, it is locating. So in the similar way, you will write down the like this. Right, so this is basically navigation. Suppose if you want to navigate to different menus, tours, visa or flight, so you will be writing different XPath and then you will click on it. Right, so let's try to execute it, and then I will show you how you can write only one XPath, and by with same XPath you can, guys, you can navigate to all these different menus. You don't have to change and write down different XPath. So it is opening the website and it is clicked on the tours. Now it will wait for 5 seconds. We have given some static wait for 5 seconds. So now it has clicked on visa and it is on visa page. Again, I have added 5-second wait and it has to click on flights and it has clicked on the flights page now. So our test case is passed. But what is this, guys? I mean, we are writing the same type of XPath again and again. You can see only the value is changing, but rest of the XPath syntax and everything is same. And we are writing different XPaths. So how you can write only one and you can use for all the submenus? So let's try to write down. And what I will do, I will write a separate method for it. So public void, uh, you can write down like common XPath. This is a method name, you can give anything, right? So like this we will be writing, and what we will do, we will do as a driver dot find element. Actually, this driver is not visible in this method. So what I will do, I will pass this driver also in it. So WebDriver and driver, right? So it is good now. So we have to write down the XPath. So we will write it down like by dot XPath. Right, guys? So this is the syntax to find out the element, and then we have to click on it, right? We will store in a one object web element, right? And this is the element. So we have to import this web element from our Selenium package. Let me remove it from here. We can add, actually we should add it from here only. So this is the syntax to find out any web element, right, guys? And this is the XPath basically for our flight, right? Just we will copy and we will write down the XPath here. So now what we are going to do, we are going to click on it. So element dot click, right? We are clicking on the element. We will add some weight also. Red dot sleep. So every time it will wait for 5 seconds. So this is the method, guys, that we are always repeating our code, right? We are finding the element, we are clicking on it, we are waiting for 5 seconds. Again, we are writing same kind of code, we are finding the element, we are clicking and wait. So instead of that, I have written one method, right? So that same method we can reuse. But the thing is coming, how you can reuse the XPath. This is XPath for flight only, right? But you want to click on visa, then how what you will do? So guys, what you can do, you can always pass the value also in it, right? I will show you how you can do. So just you have to make it as a parameterized, let's string and value. Okay. So this value we are going to use for different menu like tours, visa or flights, but how you can use in the XPath. So let me tell you guys. So just copy this variable name and just remove it flight, right? So this is having single quote. So in between single quote, write down double quotes, right? This is the double quote, 1, 2, right? In between of double quote, now you have to write down 2 times plus, right? So after single quote, 2 times double quote. After that, in between of that, 2 plus plus. Now in between of plus, you have to write down the variable name. So this is the variable name, right? Value is the variable name. So whatever value you will pass, suppose you are while calling this method, you are passing as a flight. So in that case, flight will come in our XPath, and in the dynamic time when it is running, it will fetch the XPath for the flight. Suppose you are passing the value as visa. So in that case, it will take value as a visa, and then it will use the XPath for the visa, guys. So we have made our XPath as a parameterized, like we are making our methods are parameterized, right? These are parameterization, right? So in that way, similar way, we can make our XPath also parameterized. So this thread or slave will throw an exception. We'll add in the method, right? So this is done now. So this was the code that we are using. We will just comment. I will just comment out this line. Okay, guys, and I will show you how you can use the same method now. So now you have to call this method common XPath. So in this common XPath, we have to pass the driver object, driver, comma, and we have to pass the value. So value is tours. So you have to pass the value as a tours. It is a string value, so you have to pass in double quotes as a tours. But you can say, guys, this method is giving some error. Why? Because our main is a static method, and another method we have not defined as a static. So in that case, non-static method directly we can't call in our static method. So only static method we can call in the static method. So that's why this common XPath method also you have to declare as a static method. You can see now our error has gone. So you have to define it as a static method also, guys. So in the similar way, we will do for the others also, right? So this time driver comma we are going to use it for visa, right? So same method, guys, and same XPath we are using for multiple web locators. Now we are going to use for flights now. So we are just passing the value. It is so simple, guys. We don't have to write down again and again, right? We don't have to write down again and again the repeated code. Just you have to write down it once in, and the same you can use in different test cases for tours also. Same you can use for the visa test cases also, for the flights also. You don't have to write down separate test case and separate methods. And always it is a good practice, guys, whenever you are writing a test case and you can see it will be common across the application, it is always better you define in a common file or as a common XPath. So that it can be referred that it is a common and we can use across multiple locations or in multiple test cases. So you can just directly pass the value. This value you are passing to's, it will come in value variable, and same variable we are using while generating our dynamic XPath, right? So let me try to run it again so that you can see how it is working. Run as a Java application. So this is a good practice, guys, and the same will be following in the company also once you will be working in the project. And it is always recommended you have to use dynamic XPath, you have to use relative XPath, you have to use parameterized XPath. So always use a best practice, guys. Otherwise, the maintenance work after completion of scripting or the test suite will be more. Always we have to reduce and see the effort for the maintenance work. Maintenance work should be less, guys. So you can see, guys, it is working fine, and finally it has clicked on the flights also, and our test case is done. So last watch our flights, and flights is done. It has done the execution. It has clicked on flights. So guys, you can see, you have seen, right? So we are just using the one next path for the multiple, for locating the multiple web elements for the tours, visa, travels, and a similar way you can use it for the hotels, home, blog, right? So no need to write separate XPath for every menu. Just one XPath and it will work for the all. In the similar way, you will be finding in company also. So guys, that's it. I mean, it's a good thing that I have explained, and it always good that you have to practice and you have to apply while writing a test case in your project. So thank you, guys. And if you have any question, please comment in my video. And if you like the content, please like it and share with your friends and colleagues. So please subscribe to my channel for coming videos, and I will be adding more videos related to the XPaths and how you can use parents or child following siblings. And I will also add the video on the web tables also, how you can handle the web tables with the help of a dynamic and parameterized XPath. So guys, I will explain both things in that video. So please subscribe to my channel, and I will adding the more content related to the automation testing. So thank you, guys. Thanks to everyone. Thank you all. Bye.